This parking garage in Miami Beach has a $100 flat rate. It's one of many things the city is doing to try to put an end to spring break this year. And walking around, you would think it would be very empty, but no. Here's another of the entrances for this garage. There's only two. There's one on this side and the one we just checked out over there. But look at how many cars are here. But one thing to note is that not every car here is paying $100. That's because over on 41st Street, which is just that street right over there, there's a lot of businesses. So the workers there are exempt, as well as construction workers just across the street from the garage. So that is one of many things that Miami Beach is doing to try to stop people from coming here during spring break. And this is the first Friday of the first busiest weekend of March where the strictest measures are in place. It is 9 a.m. I came here just to show you guys the 42nd Street garage and their astronomical flat rate of $100. But let's get into the action by fast forwarding to this evening. All right, we're in South Beach. It is just after 5 p.m. Friday, and a lot of people are wondering whether these strict measures will actually work. First up, we're seeing on these side streets signs saying no parking all the way from Wednesday to Monday morning. These were put in place to give people time to clear the streets because the side streets are closed to parking. No parking on Washington Avenue, which is that one. We'll get over there now. Collins Avenue, and then you can never park on Ocean Drive, but it is also fenced off to prevent people from crossing the street, basically jaywalking. Check out this beautiful building. Wow, this is the Wilsonian Museum. 10th and Washington. Recommend checking it out. Anyway, I'm seeing a little bit of emptiness here on this sidewalk, especially this part right here. We turn around, we see there's not really that many people. It is pretty early, so I'll give it that. Of course, I'll be here for the next several hours, checking crowd levels and seeing the rules in place. So we have barricades here. Not exactly over here because there's really nowhere to park here, but everywhere that you would have a parking space on a normal day, it is basically completely fenced off, as well as on the complete opposite side across the street over there. All right, we're on Collins Avenue, where you can see it's also fenced off, where the normal parking spaces are on this side of the street and across the street. All right, we're entering the Ocean Drive area where the road is closed on the side streets. No sidewalk cafe seating is allowed for this weekend and the next. So it gives plenty of room for people to just walk around. And of course, we have these barricades here that not only stop people from illegally parking, which is prohibited unless it's valet, but it allows people to just walk and cross over at the crosswalks as opposed to just jumping in front of cars. It is 6 p.m. That means that the beach entrances here next to Ocean Drive are completely closed, meaning if you're on the beach, you can stay, but if you're trying to get on the beach now, they will not let you until tomorrow, at least when it reopens. There's no shortage of police officers around here. All right, this is definitely not new this year, but I always find it very interesting when they bring out the prisoner transport van on Loomis Park, just overlooking Ocean Drive. Looks like I've found where Florida Highway Patrol is staging here on 5th Street. They're about to start the DUI detail here on the 5th Street corridor. They are just about ready to start. You can see the stop sign right there. I've crossed the street, so now we are on the eastbound side. These are all cars that just got into the city from the Causeway in that direction. Ocean Drive, if you go far enough, it's that way. I just want to show you guys this shot. The massive amount of law enforcement presence here on 5th Street. All right, the DUI checkpoint has started here in South Beach. There's an officer over there just redirecting cars into this area right here where officers are approaching each driver, making sure they are okay to drive, not under the influence of anything. And once they're cleared to go, I mean, they'll just let them continue on their way. They're also checking to make sure vehicles are corresponding with the driver and the owner of the vehicle. So this is the beginning point right here where they start redirecting the cars into that lane right there where they'll be spoken to by officers. Very interesting. I've never driven through a DUI checkpoint, never seen one. That's why I'm so intrigued here. There is a Cybertruck in the DUI checkpoint. Something interesting I've noticed, and I saw this sign as far north as 17th Street. We're on 4th Street right now. It's a special event zone is what they're calling it. And that permits them to double fines and even impound your vehicle for traffic infractions and violations. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before during spring break here. I should mention that I'm in the south of 5th neighborhood of South Beach, which is a residential high-end neighborhood. As the name implies, it is south of 5th Street. So this area is very protected by law enforcement. I mean, there's only a handful of entrances you can come into. Other streets are blocked off. And it's just an overall quiet neighborhood. As you guys can see, not a lot of partying going on here. We're currently walking on the MacArthur Causeway. The main causeway heading into South Beach. 5th Street is down over there. That's where the DUI checkpoint is. We're on the causeway because we're going to the license plate reader detail. All right, I've made it to the license plate reader detail. I'm gonna try to zoom in so you guys can see just how backed up the MacArthur Causeway is, stretching back all the way, I'm sure, to Miami. And they can only go through one lane. This ensures that every license plate is properly scanned, which they are on the back of the vehicle. You can see right there, they're on both sides. They're scanning every license plate coming into Miami Beach, which is in that direction. Back on Ocean Drive, we see Miami-Dade Police Department bicycle unit coming by. No shortage of law enforcement here. That was the FBI that just passed by in that car over there. FBI. Wow. They've got every agency out here. All right, so this is the Clevelander, the famous Clevelander on Ocean Drive and 10th Street. It is not crowded at all compared to previous years when I've been here. It is just not crowded at all. Outside of the Breakwater Hotel, we've got the Miami Police multi-agency gang unit. They are out in full force tonight. There are 2 horses on Ocean Drive right now. This is 11th and Ocean Drive. Just stumbled upon them walking down. Alright, so I'm going to throw up on the screen a picture that I took in the previous spring break, I think last year or the year before. This was filled with so many people. Granted, it was the second busiest weekend in March, which is next weekend. This is the first weekend, and so far I am not seeing any amount of crowd, like not even on this intersection, which is second, I would say, to 10th and Ocean. I just walked west of Ocean Drive, the next street over, Collins Avenue, expecting to see larger crowds because everything is just so narrow here, and it is also completely dead. There's like nothing going on here. We're passing by one of the nightclubs, M2, over here on the right. I'm not sure if they have anything going on. It says March 8th. But again, everything's barricaded. You would think there would be crowds of people because, you know, everything's so narrow here. But nope. It is so dead. Oh my goodness. You know, I think this is going to be the trend for this weekend and next. People are having dinner out on the street. And it's a very relaxing vibe. Not getting any like craziness or anything dangerous as I've experienced or felt in the past. All right, we are at Beach Towing, which is one of 2 towing services in South Beach where if you know you park in the wrong spot or you just don't pay in a private lot or anything like that, you will get towed and brought over to this yard or the one down there, Tremont Towing, which is just right next door. So the fee these 2 weekends, this weekend and the next, oh, here comes a car, it's $516 plus a $30 admin fee. This one's going to Beach Towing right over here. So $516 plus $30 administrative fee. There's another one, $546 for this person to retrieve their vehicle. Insane. And I am seeing quite a few people out here and over there going to get their cars back. Look at this. Meridian Avenue next to Flamingo Park. If you're ever here in South Beach, come check it out, especially at night. It's such a lovely drive. All right, guys, I'm back at my car in the garage. Overall, I'm very impressed at how uneventful today was, other than the DUI checkpoint, which is where I found most of the action. Well, action. I did not see much going on Ocean Drive, which is a good thing. It was very peaceful, relaxing, saw families walking around, having dinner. It did not look like it was going to get out of hand at any point, which is good. Now, this is Friday, and I don't know if that's going to be the case tomorrow or if that'll be the case next weekend. So I'll have to come back next weekend to see, because that's usually the busiest of the 2 weekends in March. So if that one is calm, then it means something worked. One of these rules worked, and it's probably the garages and parking lots closing. So signing off from the 17th Street garage. Lincoln Road is just right over there. You can see Oakley. Signing off from Lincoln Road here in South Beach. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, there goes a cop. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button. Oh, another cop. And I will catch you guys in the next video. If you hit the bell button, you'll be notified when I upload my next video. So stay tuned.